friends, this is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead. Well, I'm about to start my fodder system, and I got the oats didn't work that well, okay? So I ordered, because they don't normally stock barley at my small local feed store, so I ordered in a bag of barley, because apparently barley grows the best and has the highest amount of nutrition for your animal. And 1 pound of barley apparently will make 6 pounds of fodder. So first off, the first step is I've got to soak it. But first I'm going to measure it. And that's another thing. When I did my trial run with the oats, I realized I needed 2 rows of holes at this end, because you don't want it sitting in any kind of standing water. You only want your grain to be rinsed twice a day. So first we're going to measure, and you don't want your seed to be any more than, say, 1 inch thick, and I've got about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch here. So there's one, and I'm going to be doing 2 trays at a time because I have 16 of these, which means I will have 8 days, 2 trays going at all times. So there's one. Oh, and another thing I wanted to talk about, and I think I'm going to need a little bit more for that one. And another thing I wanted to talk about, well, that one's a little bit fuller, but that's okay, is this barley. I accidentally ripped the label when I was pulling it off. This is DC barley, which I forget what the DC means, but it means it's got the husk on it, okay? And it's from Hagersville, Ontario. Now, I did a little bit of looking up, and as far as I know, there is some barley in GMO field trials in Canada, but as of yet, as far as I know, it's not on the market. There's none of it on the market. So, this, as far as I know, is not GMO, okay? And another thing is, it's not organic. And why do I worry? Why do I not worry that it's not organic? Because, folks, if it's not organic, okay, and it's not GMO, it just means it's been sprayed, okay? Well, guess what? I'm not feeding this grain straight to my animals as is. It's getting washed. And not only is it getting washed, it's getting soaked, and the water's going to be drained off, and then it's getting rinsed twice a day for 8 days. Guess what that means? Any pesticides on here, folks, are going to be washed away. So unless it's GMO, don't worry about whether your grain is organic for sprouting or not for your animals, okay? So we'll be back tomorrow when I show you how it's going to work out in the porch. Okay, this is one of those bins that goes under your bed, and we're going to put this under our fodder system out in the porch. Our porch is not insulated, but it's warm enough now we don't think it'll be an issue. And it just has a board floor, and so what we're going to do is we're going to drill a hole in the floor, because there's enough holes in there from knot holes. We're going to drill a hole in this pan, and we're going to I've cut the tip off of a silicone flex funnel, and I can just use this again. Whoops. I can just use this as another canning funnel. Waste not, want not. And I've cut the tip off, and we're going to drill a hole through the pan, a hole through the floor, and we're just going to put this little funnel piece down through, and we're just going to silicone caulk around it. So let's go do that. Angus, get out of there. Does that work better? But then, how are we going to make sure it stays in place? Perfect.
I realize all this, but
it may be Mickey Mouse, but it's going to work just fine. Good work, Papa. And there it trickles down and trickles down and trickles down into the bottom and then into the pan and then out the bottom. When the pan gets too much water, it'll go out the bottom. That works great. Beautiful. You're amazing.
Yes, I am.
Well, I'm at the stage where I'm just testing out some of the seeds. Just 2 trays. And I don't know how well you can see this, but they're starting to sprout. Some of them are... So we'll see. So I think this is going to work, and the drainage works really well. So, yeah, we're going to give this a shot. Well, I made a couple of my trays with the barley too thick, like the barley in the bottom too thick. So I'm going to cut it up and take it out to the goats and see how they like it. We'll see you out in the barn. Well, the light's not the greatest in here, so I'm just going to set this down and I'm going to see. Now, like I said, I used way too much grain. I didn't realize when, I forget her name. Anyway, she said to put no more than a 1/2 inch in. Well, I thought it was a 1/2 inch like dry, so that's how I measured it. But they swell and they get really big. Let's see. Clover, get your head out of the door. Come here. Come here. Who wants this? Oh, awesome. Ooh, what's that? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think they really like it. Oh. Yum. What about you, little man? You want to try some? You want to try some, little man? Oh, Mommy stole it. All right, I've got to go milk the one goat. So I think these are a hit. Let's try the pigs. You want this? No? No, but Clover, it's a huge hit with the goats. This is the Mrs. Wolfe from our Half Acre Homestead saying, gee, I'm going to continue to, yes, it's coming. I'm going to continue to sprout barley for my goats. Clover and Blossom.